Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, for allowing this word to come out. I hope you sincere. Brothers and sisters is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is called Sign of the End Times, Biblical News, Volume 272. And in this edition, we're going to speak about is Easter non-biblical and pagan holiday? It's going to be the million-dollar question in this sign of the end times. Is Easter non-biblical and a pagan holiday? In the world that we live in, man, there's always something that points that we are in the end times. And today is so-called Easter. And in this word, I'm going to show you this so-called holiday, the celebration of this so-called holiday, really show you the direction that we are going today, whether it's the end of the world or towards salvation. And we're headed towards the end of the world, man. Sign of the end times, biblical news, man. We try to point out things that let us know we're in troubled times. And in a time that we're living in today with everything that's being revealed, everything that's in plain sight is being revealed. The mysteries, the codes, the tomfoolery, all of the things that we've been, the indoctrinations of world beliefs and indoctrinations of worldly things that are non-biblical has destroyed the world, man. We have forever believed in fables and fairy tales, pinning it as the truth, man. And Easter is one of those situations where even I can remember when I was a kid, I believed it at that time. I thought it was, I couldn't wait till Easter came around. And it's, it's a shame because even though, even back when I was a kid over 40 years ago, I was in the dark in regards to Easter and what it's really about. And it's people, not kids, but super grown adults, still in the dark when it comes to what Easter is and what is not. Okay, Easter is the English word that comes from Anglo-Saxon Eastri or Estra, which is a Teutonic goddess to whom sacrifice was offered in April. So the name was transferred to the Paschal feast. Paschal feast, better known as the Passover, which is biblical. The Passover is biblical. And right out the gate, what is Easter? It's a Teutonic goddess, all right, sacrificed in April. Transferred, the name was transferred, keyword, transferred to Paschal feast, aka it was transferred to the Passover. You see that? Now, another thing I want to speak about is the Easter celebration. When was this adopted? The origin of this. Okay, Easter, or what you call Eastra. Once again, the goddess of spring. It was by the 8th century, Anglo-Saxons had adopted the name Easter to designate the celebration of Christ's resurrection, who we know as Yahweh Shai. So you see, once again, not only was it transferred to be the Passover, it was designated, it was adopted, the name was adopted to designate the celebration of Yahweh Shai's resurrection. That's why they call it Resurrection Sunday. You see? Now, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years later, after Yahweh Shai left the earth, man, we have something called Easter, which is pagan worship. You see? In Jeremiah 10:2, it tell you, learn not the ways of the heathens. It's pagan, man. It's heathen worship. We are to worship Yahweh. We don't worship no other gods. When you celebrate Easter, which is pagan, you worshiping another god. What you see on the screen is the bunny rabbit, the eggs and whatnot. None of this is symbolic to biblical. But you have people that'll go into a church, a so-called church, listen to a pastor read the Bible, and nowhere is it going to tell you to celebrate Easter. And speaking of the Bible and speaking of the word of Easter being in the Bible, Easter is not mentioned in the Bible, but in Acts 12:4, the word Easter is in the Bible. It's in there. Now, pertaining to Easter in Acts 12:4, it's mistranslated. The word Easter in Acts 12:4 is mistranslated, which denotes the Passover. Okay, the phrase after the Passover signifies after the whole festival was at an end. The term Easter is not of Christian origin. It is another form of Astarte, one of the titles of the Chaldean goddess, the Queen of Heaven. The festival of Pax, held by Christians in post-apostolic times, was a continuation of the Jewish feast, but was not instituted by Yahushua, nor was it connected with Lent. From this Pasch, the pagan festival of Easter was quite distinct and was introduced into apostate Western religion as part of the attempt to adapt pagan festivals to Christianity. You see that? So the question again is Easter non-biblical and a pagan holiday? Absolutely. It's non-biblical and it's pagan. You see? And like I say, man, you have people that don't even worship the Lord, let alone his only begotten Son. But you can guarantee once a year, they're going to put on their best clothes. They're going to put on their best behavior, go into the church, and act like they're celebrating the resurrection of Yahushua. And as soon as they leave church, they're going to go back to doing all the heathenistic things they were doing before they walked into the church. Pure mockery. It's pure mockery, man. I mean, the Lord's only begotten Son died for us, was tortured for us. And what do? On the Passover, we celebrate in Easter, a pagan holiday, man. Unreal. Now, if that ain't a sign of the end times, I don't know what is, man. I mean, it's a shame, man. Over at the Church of Yahshua Milwaukee, a.k.a. Yahushua Milwaukee, the Truth, we're open and honest, man. And let me tell you, man, I visited my mom's earlier when I got off work, and my granddaughter was over there. And I just stopped by to see her, see how she was doing as I was on my way home. And the one thing I overheard my mother telling my granddaughter, hurry up and eat your dinner so you can do your egg hunt. And man, in the inside of me, I bust out laughing so hard in the inside of me. It was so funny because I'm saying to myself, like, dude, this is unreal. You know, my moms know I don't celebrate holidays and that nature. And, you know, I'm almost 10 years into this thing, so I'm a lot better than I was before. In the first couple of years, man, I used to go hard on any and everybody that partook in these non-biblical pagan holidays. But I'm much matured now. And hey, listen, man, all I can do is tell people what it is and what it ain't. And if they decide that they want to celebrate this or that, it's not my job to beat them down and force the Bible on them. You got to get your own salvation at the end of the day. And all I can do is just pray, hopefully, that one day you get to this understanding of what Easter really is and understand that it's not something we should be celebrating. So, like I say, man, you got people out here today with their best church suit on. The men got their best church suit on. The women got their best church dress on. And after service, they're going to go eat some pork, buy Easter baskets for their kids, and call it a day. Unreal, man. I hope you sincere, brothers and sisters, was edified by this word. And we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And again, the name of the lesson is Sign of the End Times, Biblical News, volume 272. And the question is Easter non-biblical and a pagan holiday? And the answer is absolutely yes, it is. Absolutely yes, it's non-biblical. Absolutely yes, it's a pagan holiday, man. Shalom.